And welcome to round 10 of the Tasmanian Rugby Union. Both teams taking the field. You can see right in front of you out at sunny Eady Street, the home of the Glenorchy Stags. It's our first match being broadcast out here today, and we're really looking forward to it. Solo in the commentary box today. So we did have a volunteer, thanks to JT, who's just down in front of us, but he got the last minute call up to help out with the assistant refereeing. So it's just me. So here's you can see the Devonport team list in front of you, having just travelled down this morning from the sunny northwest coast after a pretty hard slog, I think, last week, just going down to Launceston in a close one. And they'll be playing against the home team, the Stags, who also got their huddle happening in the middle of the field. A very depleted Stags outfit today. You can see 20 names on there. However, the reserve bench only consists of Brady Bluranta. So down to 16 men, the Stags. Just seeing the toss happening in the middle here between Captain Ruben Haney for Devonport on the right-hand side and number 7, Chase Scott for Glenorchy. So beautiful view here, full sun. There's not a cloud in sight. It's been pretty icy this morning, but everything's thawed out now. And it looks like a pretty good day. For rugby. It's a very slopey ground, this one here at Eady Street, the top right. So on the far right of the field is very much higher than the near side on the left. And we're away. So clock started. Mio with the kickoff and comes over to the left. Ball gets over the head of Smith. Oh, well taken by Sonny there. Tavalagi with a great take after the ball cleared the head of Smith for Glenorchy. And Devonport are on the move inside the 22 and moving ahead strong in a strong passage of play. Ruck comes to the middle of the field there, and Ash Lowry taken in a good tackle, picked up by Ty Hart, who chips ahead, and there's no one out in front of him. Although he's going to be beaten to that ball by Allen and Tavalagi. And Allen, he's a slippery character, but well taken. So a good start there by Ty Hart. Tavalagi takes the ball into tackle of Robbie Lovell and spills it. And now Glenorchy have got an attacking opportunity in their half. A big bump there from Shay Hart. Ball gets flicked back outside there and finds Kent Williams. We're going to come back for the knock-on, so no advantage there. Bit of under pressure for the Stags. So we'll have a scrum on the 5 metre line, back to the knock-on after a good tackle on Tavalagi by Robbie Lovell. So a good scrum there to Glenorchy. And they win the penalty. Quick tap from Cluck. Goes forward. Pops it back to Scott. Good support there from the Stags. They got their tails up. Well taken by Williams out in the middle. Ruck's not great and stolen by Wallace. But offside, so Devonport. Defensive penalties here. It's a great opportunity here for Glenorchy to kick to the corner. But I think they've decided, no, they are kicking to the corner. So one of the many hearts on the field today, Pty, has been active early. He's playing at fly half with his younger brother Theo, playing at scrum half. And then in the front row, Jumbo playing at hooker and Shea playing a prop. So 4 of the Hart boys out on the field today. It's fantastic to see. Unfortunately, just had a bit of an obstruction there. So good line-out work from Glenorchy. No, we'll have a scrum here for the accidental. So good view here. Maybe one of these slightly confusing days for players where both teams have mostly black socks and black shorts. Major difference, obviously, is the green of Devonport. So after the last scrum, Glenorchy winning a penalty. Let's see how they've got a good drive on again here too. Oh, nearly the tight head. Lowry just manages to fish it out of there and gets it off to Mio. And the ball's smothered. Who's going to get on that? Ball still in play. And taken back. The smother has gone back. Ollie Crawford looking for the quick 22 dropout. I'm sure he won't take this and he'll look for someone else to go. Haney goes out to the middle and they go even wider. Goes to Wallace. And Wallace goes the short one. So Glenorchy just caught a little bit of sleep out wide there. Good work by the Bulls to make that happen. And Sam O'Keefe with a big run there, taken down just near the 10 metre. Kick from Mio, finds the grass. No, Searle just backing away from that. He really needed to probably make a bit of a better effort to get that on the full. He definitely had time. And his chip gets over. Really great chase by Searle. He's got to get that ball back though. And does so really, really successfully. Well done, Kai Searle. Something Josh Smith there wearing the number 13 has played halfback a fair bit for Glenorchy this year, so you want to make sure he doesn't get caught too often staying in there. Some great hands getting out wide here. Taki Skreptos now with the ball. Nice clean out there from Glenorchy on number 11 out there for the Bulls. Number 11, the wing in the black headgear right on that far side. I think that's Zach Stevens on that side. So another penalty. Stags piling on the pressure here. Clark's been busy, he likes getting on those. Well done there by Nili Naufahu. And another penalty. Scott takes the quick tap, but he's not on the mark. And we'll go the tap. Oh, Clark just drops it. Ball's picked up now and gives Devonport an opportunity to clear here from the back of a nice clean ruck. Mio puts the ball to his boot and roosts it downfield to the halfway. See the very innovative flag of the assistant referee over on that side. May not look the part, however, he is qualified. And so good on him, he's made the trip down, I think, with the Devonport team. Beautiful view of this line out here, straight down the middle. Jumbo Hart with the throw to the front, not very straight though.
Scrum.
And We'll now pick up the referee's mic now that we're into it. So, plenty of attacking opportunities here for Glenorchy. Devonport had the first possession and in a good attacking position too, whereas now Glenorchy have managed to work their way back up this hill.
Come on, Neely. Come on, Neely. Set! Hold. Come on, Neely.
And Glenorchy with the tight head. Oh, just spinning around there, so very lucky for Devonport. You hear the urging in there. Come on, Nilly. That's Neil Naufahu there in the number 22.
Move infield just a little bit, guys. Fellas,
Glenorchy in the front row.
You happy with distance? Hookers, happy with distance? Oh, yeah. Yep, cool.
So great scrummaging so far from the Stags. They've really shown a willingness to dominate Devonport in this area.
Crouch!
That's a pretty solid looking front row too for the Stags. Coming up against Isaac Bakuta, Owen DeHaan and Sam O'Keefe for the Bulls. So some experience on both sides. This time Devonport a lot more secure and stable and get the ball out. So Lowry finds Mio. Takes it forward, gives it to Wallace, running a nice straight line, and just a defence there from Glenorchy, really holding back, not getting up very quickly, not putting any pressure on.
Lost forward.
Lost forward.
He's lost forward in the tackle. He's on his feet when he pulled.
Just come back and watch the replay here. You can see the Glenorchy backline defence really doesn't come up in attack. Coming up in attack, making an attacking line. Like Smith gets up early. You can see number 10 there, Ty Hart, didn't even make the back of their scrum. So they're going to have to do a lot better than that if they want to put some pressure on Mio and Wallace running back in lines like that. We'll have another scrum. This time, Stags ball.
Set!
Put in from Hart, comes to the back, but out on the side, and we've got...
Sorry, off your feet, dragging down, not your side. Far side, green player off his feet.
So the collapse there in the scrum.
It's a penalty. Yeah. Sorry, Captain, I pointed in the wrong direction.
Hart kicks that one out, but just have a look on this side. I think it's Bercuda who gets penalised. In this case, hand goes to ground, collapsing.
So, Ruben, that was a player on your side.
Hinging on that
side.
side.
The other side. In the scrum then, yep. I just saw hands and knees on the ground.
That's right, there was a hinge there, hips getting above the shoulders. Line out's not great again though. Disappointing there for the Stags. They'd love to be winning these balls and they've just struggled in that area.
Scrum captain. Where's the captain?
Again, I'll give a shout out to our referee, Jared Burton, with the mic coming through to our feed here. It's really, really valuable for our views and our replays here to be able to get the word straight out of the referee's mouth. Hear what they're thinking and how they're talking to the players.
Bind! Unstable, guys. You're a bit too low. You're a bit too low down this side, okay? So a bit higher, please.
Just clear and concise instructions there from Burton, though. That's what we like to hear. No uncertainty in the players. They know exactly what he wants and exactly what his expectations are.
Come on, Jumbo. Come on, Jumbo.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
So Lowry with the put in. And ball gets out the other side there.
Same tunnel.
DeHaan in the hooker position here for Devonport's having a lot of trouble striking for this ball. It's one of these new laws now. The hooker must strike for the ball, and if he can't get his foot out to strike, then he's not scrummaging properly, and Devonport could find themselves on the wrong side of the referee's straight arm if Dahan doesn't get that foot out. So you get to watch some local kids having a run down the hill and some cricket action happening up there. All sorts of things going on down here in Glenorchy. Good drive that time from the Bulls, making that move forward. And this time the ball gets dished out to Tom Curtis with a great run.
Backwards off Cluck.
Ball backwards from Cluck was Cluck's hand, and now Scraptos has got a bit of space. He needs to get away from that line. And he does so, gets to ground.
Taking the 9. He's getting ready to pick it up. Can't keep driving through.
It's one of those really tough decisions in rugby where if you shoot through under pressure in a ruck, you're not allowed to take out the halfback or the player who's not engaged in that ruck who's trying to pick the ball up. But you have very little choice, really. It's just such a tricky one. If you're going to shoot through and put a lot of pressure on with a ruck or a counter ruck, it's almost impossible to not run into that 9 when he's standing there. So makes it tricky if you're going to dominate those situations. But unfortunately for the Bulls, that's the rule, that's the law, as I should say. And see a straight throw this time from Hart, but it doesn't get where it wants to go. And taken at the front there by Haney. Sam O'Keefe, this time pulled down to ground. And Lowry pushes the ball out now, and we'll see good run there from good young player from Devonport. Ball comes out to Wallace, who's got loads of space. Again, the defence out here is not good. Allen steps off the left back inside, straightens up, and Haney finds Mark Mio on the sideline. Good pressure back there.
Scrum black.
Good pressuring tackle from Kai Searle, I believe, to take Mio out and just put enough pressure on that pass so it didn't hit its mark.
Yep. Lost forward.
So Mackenzie Cooper had that big run there in the blue headgear. Just the Glenorchy defence is hanging back so far, and that's the pressure that Mark Mio puts on a defensive team. His kicking game's so strong. But here you go, Kai Searle just did the right thing, really good pressure there, and Haney unable to take that pass. But yeah, as a defending back line, when you've got the ball coming into the hands of Mark Mio, you really have to take into account his strong kicking game, and he'll spot up the wings, he'll spot the fullback, and he'll kick and find the ground, and that's always dangerous. And Glenorchy back line, some young players out there, just not quite reading that as well as they can at the moment. Clark finds Ty Hart, who puts the ball on the boot and launches it down. Hits our van. So a nice clearing kick there from Hart.
So I can't hear you, but you can't hear me. Yep.
Just can hear Burton speaking to JT, the assistant ref position there. Just comms between the officials not quite doing what they want them to do. So Devonport now with an attacking opportunity from their line out. Strong line out there and well tapped down by Haney to find Lowry. Same kind of move again here, just finding the ball in the centres there, and Tavalagi gets around all too easily. Robbie Lovell on the ground there.
Just watch 24's running line. He's getting in front. He's going through the line as well. So it's close to obstruction, not at the moment. We'll just have a chat to him about it, okay?
So you could hear that conversation there about Tom Curtis. Just see Curtis here getting in front of the ball. It's fine. There's no real obstruction there, but he needs to, as soon as he gets in front of the ball, he has to be making the effort to get back. So first blood goes to the Bulls. And a try down there to Sonny Tavalagi. Very dangerous fullback. See him there having a discussion with Wallace about that play, but they really opened up the defence on that play. Run 3 very similar plays that are well structured and well practiced.
Less than 30 seconds, Bigger. Yep.
So not a lot of time left for Mio to get his kick away. Strikes it. And no good. So Devonport, 5, Glenorchy, zip. After a really good positive start from Glenorchy, pushing close to halfway in this first half now. Glenorchy have had a bit of possession, just haven't really made any opportunity to try and use their backs. So there's a big difference in experience between these two back lines, with the young players who haven't had a huge amount of game time over the years. Pty Ltd's been playing senior rugby for a few, or maybe 3 years now. Theo, his younger brother at halfback, will be playing his first year, and same with Josh Smith out there at number 13, who is also a first-year player. So we're really going to have to make some better efforts than those. Robbie Lovell spots that ball, picks it up and gets ripped out.
Lost forward.
Come back to the original knock-on. It's that ball from Crawford.
Sounds a bit lethal, isn't it?
See, Theo Hart gets up here quickly and expects there to be some help outside him and has a look and nobody's there. But this pass here just hit Mio's hands and went forward. Well spotted by Burton there. It was marginally forward.
Crouch! Bang! Set!
So Glenorchy now with the ball at the halfway line and a penalty advantage.
Not driving straight.
Great running there in 2 hands from Theo Hart. Good support.
Use it now!
He'll find Naufahu there with the ball. Hitting it up, getting now, pushing close to the 22. Ball comes wide this time. Hart to Hart to Hart. 3 of them in a row. Where's the 4th one? Great work from Searle. And Pty Ltd running around this time. Very, very agile. Chase Scott now with the ball. Glenorchy pushing into their attacking 22. Gumbu Hart taking the ball into contact there. Will Russell there, picking that ball up around his bootlaces. Wallace needs to get out of the way. Hart, and 3 Harts again in a row there. Just need a 4 of a kind. Great running from Shea Hart this time. And back in the middle of the field here, there's some shenanigans. That ball's managed to find its way all the way out to the wing.
Captains.
While about 6 players, 4 from maybe Glenorchy and 2 from the Bulls, having a bit of a play in the middle of the field. 5 from Glenorchy and 2 from the Bulls.
Bit of nibble, guys. Let's settle it down. We're going to go back here for the scrum against the Black. All right. Have a chat to the boys. Let's settle them down and we'll get on with the go.
Have a chat. Settle down. Let's get on with it. Totally agree.
All right. I'll try and keep an eye on it. But
And that's silly from Glenorchy. You're in this great attacking position. You're 10 metres out. Your team's on the move, and you got 5 players having a wrestle in the middle of the field. It's not the kind of thing that is going to get them, positive play. It's not going to get them over the try line.
Look where we are, back. Look where we are. Crouch! Flexing! Bind! Set!
So good push there from Glenorchy. Theo to Ty. Josh Smith there, not able to get close enough to that ball from Kent Williams, and it hits the ground and now is taken by Devonport. And they've got some space out here. Crawford loves a bit of a kick, and that's a nice kick. And it's going to be a good foot race here. Great speed by Kai Searle.
Backwards.
Well done by Searle to get his hands on that, and then the chase
Backwards black, then lost
from Shane Lowry down there, but he was unable to pick that up and has knocked it on.
Good job, boys. Good job, Shane. Good work.
Great chase from Searle. Came from a reasonable way behind there.
Black. Sorry, I didn't tell you guys what's going on.
So, plenty of scrums so far. Saw a penalty against Bercuda. You can see in the number 1 here for Devonport.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yours there.
In the loose head position, just getting his shoulders down too low. You can see he doesn't get his hips down very far, and you can see again here his hips are too high. He's terrible scrummaging on this side.
Not driving straight, other side, straight. Not driving straight, he came straight towards me. From this side towards where I was.
Shoulders are too low.
Wait for the
You can
line
see
out.
very clearly. And then his hips just swing out. It's a good call. You just watch Bercuda here. His hips go up, his shoulders are down, and he just folds in, and then his hips just shoot straight out sideways. He's going to have to do better if he can going to compete against Naufahu on this side, who's shown so far he's very strong. So Russell takes that ball at the back for Glenorchy.
No attempt at the ball.
And Hart looks for a nice little patch of grass down in the top corner. But really well covered by Allen. And he'll have a run. In space, he's very dangerous. Good defence in the end there from Ken Williams to stop Allen from getting through. Now Tavalagi. Good contact from Williams. So he's been good pressure.
That was fine.
Devonport at the messy ruck there, take it forward. So this is what they'll do well. Talk, you can see Ty Hart calling Smith to get out there. Smith's just getting himself trapped in, watching the ball in the ruck. And he needs to get himself out into that outside centre position where he can create some better structures with his team in attack and defence. Oh, trouble here.
Lost forward, no advantage. Scrum.
So, another scrum. Just comes back to that ball that was lost by Allen running into contact out there. And popped the ball back and it was not able to be taken by Curtis.
Come on, fellas, less than 15, let's go. Crouch! Bang! Set!
So ball one at the back there, but it's rotated around.
I didn't realise he had it in his hands, so it's just been rolled. Turned 90 degrees, so we'll take it again. Black ball.
Come back and Glenorchy will have another shot at that.
No, it spun before the ball came out, so.
Oh, Shane!
Crouch! Bang! Set!
So the Stags, can they get the ball? Cluck this time, dishes off to Theo Hart. Holds onto it and finds Scrap Toss out there, who chips ahead, and Zach Stevens gets his hands on it. And substitution here. Brady Blaranda's coming on, and Shay Hart's going to have a rest. It's their only player on their bench. So hopefully Shay will be all right to come back on later and just needs a break.
Time is on.
The last thing that the Stags want today is an injury. So lifting early there from Devonport.
Right, and then lost forward. Option captain. Sorry. Scrum, yep.
Interesting that Devonport are not penalised there for jumping early.
Yeah, not forward. Not straight first. Not straight. Yep.
Another scrum. Wow. That's what's up.
You happy with what I'm after for stability? Yep, all right. One more and then.
So a bit of a unlucky one there for the Stags, though their line-out's not been good, and Devonport do have a very, very strong line-out.
Bind! Set!
Same tunnel.
So yeah, Chase Scott needs to be careful there with his putting his hand down into that scrum. I think that popped back out and hit his hand, I think. Just something not... not allowed to be done. You're lucky to get away with it.
Crouch!
But Glenorchy have been really good at putting pressure on this bull scrum.
Set!
They've had a change there with Hart going off, and they've won it. Cluck gets that ball, and Theo Hart manages to get his hands on it quickly. Pty Hart finding a bit of a gap, just held on to, and Chase Scott with a great support play. Now the ball comes into the hands of Williams.
Roll release!
And really, Ash Lowry there just with a cunning little deception, although he was caught. So ball comes back now to Naufahu. Gets it up and just slows down as he goes into contact.
Not held!
Really getting close now. So the Stags right in front of their club rooms. They'll be loving to get some points here. And a great little pop pass.
Release!
Finds Josh Smith, but he's unable to get through the defensive line. They want to be quick here. And Hart unable to find the line. Ball comes out to Blaranda. He'll hang on to it.
No.
Taken by O'Keefe in a good solid tackle out there. But no, we're going to...
Holding on.
No support there. Blaranda needed to pass that ball out. They had the numbers wide. Glenorchy, though...
It's where the ball was, guys.
It's just good play. Blaranda got his hands on that ball, and Wallace gets up outside him really early and then stops. And Cluck, you just watch Sam Cluck in the number 8 out here. I think he's wearing the number 8. Yeah, he gets outside Wallace, and if Blaranda had a pass then, before being tackled by O'Keefe, there would have been trouble for the Bulls. And just coming back now to our play, unfortunately Kai Searle, in attempting to field a kick, they went down the middle, has knocked on.
Can you get your lock and your flanker to push your button a bit? It's starting to come out. It looks.
Come on, Black! Crouch!
Hold. seconds weren't ready, gents. Let's reset that. That was
So scrum, probably about the 10th or 12th scrum so far. A lot of balls being knocked on. And it's not the conditions, it's just the pressure that the players are under. A lot of passes going astray in contact. Nice one this time, and the Bulls go blind, and nobody goes for Haney. Just all too easy there for the Bulls. Dylan Hayes just didn't have his head up on the side of the scrum there, and Cluck was a little bit slow to react too. He did finally get around there, but yeah, just inexperience showing there, I think, from the Stags. Just watch on the far side. Number 6, Dylan Hayes, is around there, and he's not watching. And Haney gets around there just too easily. In the end there, Cluck's tackle on Haney knocks Theo Hart out of contention for defending as well, and Ash Lowry steps back inside and scores. So nice work to the Bulls. Been plugging away at it, and just finally that mistake. The drop ball from Kai Searle in the middle of the field off the penalty kick. Just given Devonport perfect opportunity, and they've capitalised. Very similar position to the last kick, maybe a bit wider out, and no good. It's just like a replay of the earlier kick.
they said it wasn't, so they're a lot closer than me, but it looked like it was going to go over. 6. That's all right, I've got one here. I just need a sip.
Just a quick pause while
10 minutes ago.
Burton gets himself a bit of a drink. Pretty sunny out there, hot and sweaty, and plenty of running around.
When you're ready. Sorry, guys.
Crawford takes the ball, dummies, and Cluck buys it.
Backwards, all right.
Good ball, good support play from Haney, just running off the shoulder there of Cooper. And now there's not much of a defensive line out here. Wallace hits it, and he's got Tavalagi outside him. Really well taken there by Hart. Cooper now having another hit up, getting his hands on the ball. Oh, Jumbo Hart reads that play from Sam O'Keefe. Steals that ball in midair.
Hold on.
Ash Lowry just down in back play.
Time is off.
Just try to make contact here with... This ball gets stolen here by Hart. And a big, contact, I think, to Lowry's head there as he went in for the tackle. He's holding his shoulder. Holding his shoulder, but I'm not sure. I think it probably looked like he's just hit the ground badly.
Sorry. I was going to grab another drink.
We're having another one now. Just saying, got referee coach Mike Blomfield in the box here with me, and we're just talking about the clock. So we're just having a special stoppage here, but Burton's having another drink at the time, but it's convenient because Lowry's still out there. It's taking a long time though, and just making sure he's okay. Looks like he's going to come from the field.
This will do. Yeah, lost forward black. Lost forward black.
So, halfback for Devonport will be... Sonny Tavalagi, much to the dismay of Theo Hart. Just have a quick look at Theo's face when Sonny walks over and he goes, "Ah, you're halfback."
No,
Ah,
Dropped on the ground. Let's go.
classic.
Crouch!
Hart's going to have to wear him like a glove. I'm sure his halfback work will be as deceptive as he's running from fullback. Nice pass. Mio infield, straightens up, gets inside, and Dean Wallace off his shoulder. And the magic of Mark Mio. Again, Wallace just reading that play nicely too. As soon as Mio straightened up, Wallace was running really deep. You will see Wallace right out in back play.
No, it's all right. I just had 2 big drinks, thanks.
And just finds that inside line. And there's no one defending that angle.
Drink for me, but I just had one.
Devonport put over their 3rd try by an untouched Dean Wallace. So Mio, can he make the points count from this side of the field? He's had 2 attempts from the other side.
I know what he's saying. Sammy is also boring. He's setting up like that and driving. So, but he's actually setting up he's setting up not straight. So.
And football, rugby, I mean.
Interesting words there. You could hear.
Ruben. He needs to, if he can pop his shoulder out a bit further, it'll help him straight. Yeah, it'll help him straighten up a little bit.
Just talking, Ruben Haney having a discussion there with Burton about the scrummaging. And Burton saying that Sam O'Keefe is also boring in. I think the complaint is about maybe Jumbo. No, who is it on that side? Oh, it was Shea Hart. So it's probably Bluranda now scrummaging on that side against O'Keefe. I think the Bulls got more to worry about with Bercuda up against Naufahu on our near side in the scrum at this point. So it'll be a few minutes to go. We're about to hit the 40-minute mark. We've had a couple of minutes of stoppages. Crawford with the ball finds Tovalagi, who doesn't find Cooper. But Cooper manages to avoid putting his hand on that ball, so no knock on. And Scott's going to just be done there for falling on that ball and knocking it forward. But Tom Curtis with a nice bustling run down that sideline.
Straight off your feet, 6. Straight off your feet.
And good call. Shane Lowry just coming in there and
straight off your feet.
Just trying to get underneath the bigger player, but not successfully. So a good run there from Curtis. And you'll just see here, just go straight in and onto hands and knees. Right, Glenorchy scoreless so far.
Backwards.
So Glenorchy, here we go. Can they mount something in these last minute or two before half time? Got to get the ball out quickly. Cluck just running across field here. Finds Lovell very close to the sideline, throws it back in. I think that bounced off Wallace. So that'll give Glenorchy another chance here.
So do you want the line out or scrum? Line out.
Glenorchy choosing the line out. That's a surprise. They've dominated the scrum so far and really had trouble with their line out. So need a much more decisive throw from Hart, who holds onto it for a long time though.
Here's your mark.
Just need to check the numbers here. Glenorchy only have 4 in the line out and Devonport still have 5.
Let's go.
And now a 6th is coming in. So numbers there from, looks like Burton hasn't counted though, and Devonport get away with it. Good counter rucking from Glenorchy.
Offside.
Scott comes around though with the ball's not out, and that'll give Devonport the opportunity to cast their final die before half time. Mio gets around outside Hart, who's good to see Hart getting up quickly. Ball kick there is no advantage. Just misjudged by Scott in that situation.
Give time out, Captain.
So Wallace kicks the ball into defensive end for Glenorchy. And one last shot, I'd say, before we see half time.
Numbers! Watch him come down and go, Chase.
And the ball gets missed. Scott not quite reading that. Tavalagi gets the hand on it, goes backwards. And Allen with the ball. Ball goes to O'Keefe, to Wallace. Well taken and a tackle there by Theo Hart, who's all over the ball too. Good on you, Dean Wallace. That was really good defence there from Hart. He had to shut Wallace down there, and he did so. A much bigger man and just stuck to him.
I don't know who it was, that's why it's no card.
Just go back for a replay here. Not sure what the call was, but
Time is out, Captain. Time is out. Let's go.
Lighten up. Make your tackle.
Let's go now.
so time's up. And Devonport decide to have another crack. So ball now inside the 22. Mio takes it and the Glenorchy defence just hangs off again, just not looking out wide. Jamie Allen out there with the try, but Burton just wants some advice.
I believe he didn't knock it on into the ground, he fumbled it into his arms. And
Good discussion from the assistant referee, just saying exactly what he saw. But all too easy going. The defence just holding back out here. You've got one of the Russells, who was that? Will Russell out there, just not getting up, just finding himself caught out wide. And the Devonport backline knew that they had the pace to get around the outside. So they'll go ahead now, 20-0. And Mio will have another shot from that same area that he hasn't had any luck from. And the kick is good. So as we run into half time, Devonport 22, I believe. I'll confirm that. It may be 24. With a very comfortable lead. So we'll go to our break now and we'll be back for the start of the second half soon. Right, welcome back after our very speedy half time. Feel the shake of the camera there. That's Martin climbing back up on top of the box here. He always gets caught out with how short the half time is. It's not these AFL half times where they go on forever and ever and ever. This is pretty quick. No fuss. So Glenorchy now running downhill. Shadows starting to creep across the field. See that shadow in the bottom of the field there is actually the shadow of our box. Okay, ball taken at the back there by Courtney Harris, who's come on for Devonport. The collapsed ruck there. Probably unlucky there for Glenorchy because they were really in the position moving forward in that situation. Could have gone either way. So, scrumming again. Oh, look, we've got Ollie Crawford in the front row now.
Pressure on, Theo.
Good scrumming there from Devonport. Really, really drove Glenorchy up. But they've got to not drive those players up off their feet. Good work from the Glenorchy second rows. So good drive from the Glenorchy second rows there, but the front row just unable to hold their shape. It's turned and Burton's just blown that up just to make sure that everyone's okay.
Crouch! Back, 6, 5, set!
So defensively, Glenorchy really struggling in their backs area. Yeah, and good scrumming from Glenorchy there. Just players holding their body weight in and staying engaged. Ball comes out to Curtis. And then Pty Ltd with way too much space out there. Jamie Allen and skips through first possession and he's over. Just really hard defence in that situation there. Kai Searle was a long way back, just wondering in this deep defensive position for the Bulls whether they were going to kick. And when you've got Sonny Pty Ltd bursting onto the ball, you're not sure whether he's going to chip as well. And so Searle stayed back very deep and it just made it really easy for Allen to get around the outside. Important announcement there. Mum, they're over there. You can see them.
Jesse didn't even get in.
And the kick is good. So Mio, after only getting 1 out of 4 in the first half, he's converted his first attempt. Devonport forge ahead, 29-0. So Hart with the kick. It's a nice short one, taken by Dehan. And the kick comes down. Searle takes it this time. He's got some space. He's a speedster if he can find a gap. Smith not really moving forward, but that was hard to keep up with Searle and kicks it down, and Pty Ltd not sure where it is. Smith tries to read the pass there. He's got to just be a bit more focused on the ball carrier in defence. There's a slight chance there, but it's not very likely Mark Mio is going to pass you an intercept. 10 metres out.
You don't win any points being
So Devonport again with some phases here. Yeah, there. Bakuta just taking the ball inside Crawford and then running behind him. So not coming off there for Devonport. We've got a sub for Devonport with Dehan creating that infringement coming off. Quick look around the grounds. Down at the War Memorial Oval at Sandy Bay at Hutchins today, Hobart Lions playing Burning Emus, and the Emus are up 31-15 down there. Up at Royal Park, Launceston are playing University, and they've got a 40-0 lead. And the other match nearby over at Rugby Park between Taroona and Harlequins, Taroona with a very narrow lead, 7-5.
Too unstable. Sorry, my fault. It's unstable. Probably a little bit too far apart.
And the jovial sounds of Nipper Hayes in the front row now, having just come on then for Dehan. Glenorchy have looked good, really good in their scrum. And they want this ball moving forward. Their backline set to the right. And unfortunately the ball's popped out. Hart gets bundled over. And Ty with a nice kick down into the bottom corner. And some good defence. Great chase. So Glenorchy end up bundling Jamie Allen over the dead ball line. Great work. Comes all the way back to some good scrum work. The ball just popped out on the side of the scrum back here, and Theo Hart just didn't notice, but luckily Sam Cluck was onto it. Theo got bundled off picking up the ball by Lowry, and Cluck was able to pick this up and go ahead. And good support again down there. So the kick was good. And Allen gets back, but both Hart and Smith and then finally Lovell are in there to show him where the sideline is. First really, well, not the first opportunity this half for Glenorchy. Hart needs to be careful putting that ball in there, just with the loose throw. Needs to get down a little bit lower. And scrums are plenty again. Camden Churchill on the ground there, just checking that all his limbs work properly. Okay, so ball comes out. Glenorchy go wide. Oh dear. Looping past there, not great. And Dean Wallace was all over that. And the ball comes back, and it comes back again. Just calling a bit of a dangerous tackle. And we're still seeing players down from that scrum. That was a long time ago. So the penalty for the tackle on Williams, I think, coming in here. This looping ball, just too high. Yeah, just lifting the leg. It's probably a good call, I suspect. And the tap comes now. Glenorchy need to get there some steam up here. Now Fahu hits it in. Nipper Hayes needs to get out of there. Got to keep these passes down lower. Hayes again all over that ball. Going to be penalised this time for not supporting his way. The chip through. Grubber's good. Has Smith got the speed here? He does! I think he's over. Really well tracked. Zach Stevens unable to get his body in front of Smith there, and Smith has come around the outside and managed to get his hands on that.
Knock it back, let's go, no break. Shove a block out of the way. Let's go, no break, hurry up, hurry up.
And we've got a yellow card.
You can shoulder to shoulder, you can't shove a bloke off the ball.
On Stevens. We didn't quite pick that up in the corner, I think, but just the hands on Smith in the attempt to try and stop him. Just cut back and have a look here. The kick goes through. And Smith comes around the outside. Stevens is just watching him, and then right here, the hands, a bit of a push. Yeah, a bit hard to see on the screen. But good work to Glenorchy. Those grubbers through have been successful. Pty Hart doing a good opportunity there to find some ground, and Smith chasing really nicely. And that was a penalty try awarded in the end there too, so we're going 7 points automatically without the need for a conversion.
Not held.
Ollie Crawford not happy there. Pass just wasn't coming and he couldn't quite get his big hands down to it. Spills out, so Glenorchy with another chance. I suspect, and they know the way this ground works, but in this second half when you're getting a bit tired, the defending team doesn't want to be running down into this deep corner at the bottom, the near left-hand side of your screen. And Hart running at fly half has made a few really nice kicks through into those corners. See if he goes the kick again. He's setting right behind the scrum, and he goes right, gets outside, finds Kai Searle, who's got Lovell, and the pass is called forward. Oh, that was tough. That was tough. Disappointing there. The play was on. Lovell had a bit of space. I don't think there was a lot of support for him though. Just have a look here. Pop here. Searle's pass. Yeah, just carries forward. It's kind of lucky probably because Lovell had about 4 bulls around him and not a single stag to be seen. Something that I've noticed with a few of the Glenorchy backs is they go to ground really easily, like in contact. They need to make sure they keep their feet so they can continue on with their support play. And that's one of the challenges. If you're going to take the ball to the opposition, you really need to either pass a little bit sooner so you don't get taken down, or just make sure you're strong on your feet.
Bind! Set!
Great scrum from Glenorchy, really good scrum. Devonport being driven back there. Unlucky in that case. See, Nipper not happy. Jumbo Hart there, see just a bit of pain around that shoulder. He's been working hard.
Make sure we're driving straight through, guys. That's it. Fucking discipline, boy. Discipline. Come on, step, everyone.
So another opportunity here, Devonport. And the drive comes from Glenorchy again. Just driving around the corner that time. Need to drive straight before you wheel that scrum. And the talk from Haney with Burton in the last half there has seen that penalty come. I know he's been asking for that. Players need to scrum and push and drive straight before any wheeling can happen, and Burton deems that the push was inward straight away. So Hayes with the line out throw. About 35 metres out in attack. Throws good. Taken in there by Courtney Harris, and he's away. No one wants to take him to ground. So a big bustling run from the big fella. But just loses it at the bottom. You can see Nipper Hayes there with his hand shooting his eyes, looking straight into the sun. Wasn't the straightest of throws. Lands in the hands there of Churchill. And he goes for a big rampage. Sorry, not Churchill, Harris. But as he hits the ground here, ball comes back. Interesting. Not sure how that went forward. It seemed to be rolling back the whole time. Just must have been something as he hit the ground, I think. It's just that throw again. Theo's got to get his body height down. Lucky in that situation, but good scrumming again. We're getting, now the penalties are coming for the scrums. When these scrums start getting scrappy, as we're now seeing, it's pretty difficult for the referee to adjudicate exactly who's creating the infringements. And in that case, I think it was Harris on this side, possibly, who didn't maintain his his shape and went shoulders down. So substitution. And after that big run, I think Courtney Harris gets the rest. Cut back now to the live camera. So Theo Hart with the ball in his hands. He's just been throwing this ball in a little bit too loosely. Just to get down, it's a little bit better. Oh dear, doesn't find. Now we got another penalty. And the tap. Again, just the struggle with the line out. And but Devonport players not retreating 10, so Glenorchy get another go. Just their line out's not working, so they want to, I think they're trying to keep this ball in their hands, but put the faith in it happening again. So Pty Hart kicks downfield. Glenorchy line out. They need to get this ball, and they miss, but it goes to the back. Finds Dylan Hayes. And we got another penalty. Need to be careful here.
Captain, we've had 2 penalties there. We've had an offside, and we've now had a player on the ground.
We've actually had 4 in a row.
You've got your option. You can have this one here or the offside.
We want the offside. Sammy, get here. You want the offside or the...
Offside, where is it? Where's your mark? No, penalty. Yeah? Offside 10.
So, Glenorchy now inside attacking 22. Chase Scott with a good run around O'Keefe.
Oh, you're off your feet!
Haney's all over him. Oh dear, and he's going to
And then you came back. Off your feet, and then you came back.
quick tap here. Heart to heart. Oh, and the ball doesn't go to the hands of Smith. And we got offside again out there, I think, too. And if they know... So, no card. Ball goes out to Kysell, finds Robbie Lovell. Oh, high tackle. I think he scored, but there was definitely a hand over the shoulder out there. And we've gone with another penalty try. Wasn't Wallace getting a bit excited? We'll just have a listen. So, who's the card gone to? No one's actually leaving the field at this point. Wallace. So the decision was no actual attempted tackle. We'll just get it on the replay here. Yeah, it's true. Wallace has just gone in with a hip and shoulder. No attempted tackle. So another yellow card and another 7 points to Glenorchy.
Are we clear? The yellow card is off. Okay, time is on. When you're ready, please, Mark. Yes!
So ball comes backwards from Hayne there. And from over the 10. Now it just slips off to O'Keefe. Makes a few more metres. Good hand back in there from Crawford, but Hayes taken over the sideline. And starting to get scrappy.
Right, both captains. Time is off.
And we'll hear what Burns got to say here. Just some silliness from the players.
Take them back, take them back. Captain. Just take them back, please. Sammy, you're the boss. Back to your 10. I want both captains. Ruben. Yeah. Ruben. Ruben. So this niggle's turned into rubbish. Yeah, it has. I'm going to start escalating penalties. Yep. And sanctions. Both sides? Both sides. Talk to them now.
Huh? Just some silliness.
Oh, yep, I've got 17. Yep. No. Outside.
So we're going back to the line out.
Are you?
And they go quickly. Wobbly kick from Hart. Tabalagi's going to get there, but I think it'll go over the line. Oh, and I reckon he's touched the line here. No? Yeah, flags up from the assistant referee.
Line out.
Right in front of the Devonport box here, and they're getting silly. Tavalagi reckons he didn't touch the line. He's not happy. Players need to maintain their composure and maintain their discipline.
Oh, that was straight.
Oh, scrappy throw back there. Good work from Hayes to win that. Not enough support there for Hart on the ground, and we got some messy ball. Now Fahu now comes forward, picks it up, and really good work there from Mio. And his rhyming namesake Theo grabs the ball.
You've got to be on the ball.
And drives forward. Now Fahu again. No, you got to let that go.
Release.
Just silliness there from Cooper. And the tap. Oh, chip through this time. I don't think there's anyone chasing that. But the bounce falls and oh!
Have you got enough?
We've got another penalty against Glenorchy. And the offside call. And they go right. So have they got the space out wide? Oh, Robbie Lovell takes it and is well tackled. The players have got to release him now. Smith goes into halfback. No, leaves it for Scott, who runs up behind him.
Accidental. Back to your line. Back to your 22. It's your ball. I've got an AR report.
So we're going to come back.
Time is off.
I don't know what we're going to see over here. Wouldn't be surprised if we hear something about abuse.
I'm getting abused by the coach and him and Derek, and I told him to get back in the box, and he told me to, you get back in the fucking box.
Yep.
I'm not going to be spoken like putting your hand up doing
All
this.
right.
So have a talk to them, or I'll get them put in.
Yep. Reuben!
You heard it there. Just
Reuben!
JT not happy with the way he's been spoken to by
Captain.
officials.
Your coach needs to... All right. My ARs are getting abused by your coaching staff. If they're not in the box, they leave the ground. Okay? Talk to them now. That was just accidental offside. He was in front. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, it's fine. No, you were just in front.
Oh, Cherry loves to watch the game from down there and stay sort of out of the box and away from the players and leave that up to the support team. But
we're playing the scrum.
Playing the scrum, boys. Dead zone. Red zone, yeah?
Is everything all right in that last? Did you have a flag out or up? Okay, that's fine. We're taking a scrum. Green.
all right, back to some rugby. How about that? Last thing we want to see this week after the shenanigans that occurred down at university are officials and leaders in rugby teams causing issues for officials and spectators. So a bit of decorum is required out here. It's getting tense. 2 penalty tries to Glenorchy. 2 yellow cards for both of those incidents against Devonport. And Glenorchy have their tails up. Nice clearing kick there from Mio.
Take the line out.
And again, just back 3 of Glenorchy there, struggling to read where Mio's going to kick the ball. Lovell was nowhere near that, and Kai Searle was standing in the middle of the field. However, you do need to be very cautious with Mio with kicking, because he could throw a surprise kick anywhere. Right, Glenorchy with the win in this case, and they soldier forward. Release! Chase Scott's been really busy and really good for his team. And here comes the ball, heart to heart again. Lovell this time. Seen a little gap, he's got someone with him. No one for Smith to pass to. He goes for the fend here, and Stevens manages to hang on to him.
No hands now! No hands now!
So Smith gets in, burrows the ball out. Pty Ltd hits it straight up and taking in a brilliant driving forward tackle. And the ball's been turned over.
We'll just play the knock-on. It's jammed in.
So knock-on at the bottom there by Hart. Really good, solid tackle. I'm not sure who that was. One of the substitutes that's come on.
There's your mark, gentlemen. Council's made it for us.
Just comes back to this good run here from Lovell. The no-look pass there to Smith. Zach Stevens just gets him by the hand. And it just happens over here. Player here with the tattoos, I think, makes a great tackle for Devonport. Not sure who it is. Here we go. Ball comes to Hart, who hits up forward. And just perfect body position, although maybe the head's in front a little bit.
Crouch! Fine!
Squeeze.
Set!
And tense scrummaging. Can Lowry get it out? Haney decides to take it, gives it back to Lowry, who runs into Cluck, who makes short work of him. And he's on that ball too, I think.
Playing advantage.
Advantage will...
Playing advantage, holding on.
Oh, Smith. Smith can't get it, Tavalagi can.
Holding on, holding on.
So great work by Sam Cluck there on Lowry. Made sure work of him and pounced on that ball. So penalties to Glenorchy. Been warnings to Devonport. Cluck nearly falls over. Finds Floranda and goes so high out there. Skreptos. He needed the dive and in the end
On there, guys. I was right next to him.
pushed over the sideline. Skreptos, you can see not happy with his work there.
Let's keep it up. It's green ball, gents. You're on the mark, Green.
See, back on the replay. Skreptos needed a dive now, but maybe didn't have the pace up to get there and shoveled over into touch. Noisy, long, slow line out. Well taken by Haney. Good competition by Cluck. So it's called a maul here now. If Devonport can't get this ball out, Glenorchy will end up with the scrum feed. And there it is.
Taken in. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle.
Oh dear.
Who wants to go?
Ollie Crawford's swinging his hands around here. Needs to just behave and walk away. Glenorchy players, you've got the penalty or the scrum here. Need to get out too.
Time is off. Just take it back. Bring some water on, gentlemen. Bring some water on.
Just going to give everyone a rest.
Back to your 22.
Not sure what upset
Water on. Just
Crawford here. Decided to have a bit of a push and a shove, and Sam O'Keefe comes running in.
Get away from here.
And hard in the background. Crawford there, really swinging that fist there just to chop off the hold. But not a lot.
Push and shove, nothing. No penalty. We'll just play the scrum. We're gonna I'll have a chat. Yep. Arcing up. Yep.
He's going to get the ball and he's pushed.
Okay. No, he's got 1 more minute. We've had a heap of stoppages, that's the problem. Yep. Just leave it there. No, it was taken in. Captains. Captain. Do you have a vice? Do you have a vice captain? No, that's all right. Enough. All right. What's going on there? We're going to play a maul. There was a maul taken in green, unplayable, so it's going to black. All that rubbish afterwards was just stupid. Have a chat to the boys. Let's take some heat out of this and play some rugby. 7. Captain. 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 Your 21 needs to settle himself down. 21. Not yet. I've only played 5 minutes since he went off. We've only played 5 minutes since he went off. Feels like, well, it has. It's been 10 minutes.
So lots of stoppages, lots of intrigue and cloak and dagger stuff going on here. So the slow stoppage is good, just gets everyone plenty of time. You can hear there that they've only played 5 minutes out of the last 10. So Dean Wallace won't be back on for quite some time. And I think that'll also mean that we're going to see the clock run well beyond 40 minutes. Now Glenorchy attacking opportunity. Ty finds some space. Josh Smith needs to look outside him. Really good step there from Smith, gets back inside. And we're going to see another card here.
You're in the bin. No release.
Not happy, but
hold it,
repeated. Repeated penalties.
And you need to give me time to deal with it.
Burton's
is off for a yellow card.
Burton's just starting to lose his patience now. He's done a good job of maintaining sensible refereeing out there. Just making a note there on our clock, 34 minutes, but that doesn't help because we don't stop this one. I have enough trouble remembering to start it, let alone to stop it.
Last a couple of hours ago, it's a different fucking woman.
Release.
Right, Glenorchy, here we go.
Take the tap properly, it needs to leave your hands. No, you don't get that anymore. They've changed the law. You have to just repeat take it. Back to your line. I'll give you no. I'm giving them time to get back. When you're ready. No, he didn't tap it.
It's getting silly out there.
We'll play the line out.
When you just looking back on that replay, I mean, it was the right decision from Burton to make them retake the tap, but Hart did release the ball slightly from his fingers. It was just, I think, hard to see from the angle when he had his back to Burton. So Devonport now try and get their way out of here. Scott all over that ball. He's got that from Lowry, but he's put his hands on the ground. Lucky. And the quick tap here. Pushes it out, finds Hart. The big wide pass. Oh, here comes the cavalry, but Searle not able to get there. And the ruck was good. Ball's come out. So well done, Devonport defence there. Can they get the ball out of this messy ruck, though?
Green playing forward.
Crowd not happy. Good cover defence though back there. So the pass was, this pass here was pretty loose, but it was a good option.
1 minute for the, yeah, it's yours. JT.
And Skreptos needed to take that ball and drive forward himself there to give Searle a bit of an opportunity, I think.
Scrum.
In the end, there it is. So number 23, Hunter Connell Kelly, just came over that ball, but the ruck had disappeared, so he was allowed to take that. And Devonport survive.
No, he's got next stoppage, and the substitution can come on if he wants. Okay, yep.
So substitution, and we'll hear there that Wallace will be permitted back on to give Devonport their 15 players in around the next stoppage.
Crowd!
So tense game here. I think Devonport certainly have got the score to be able to come away with the win, but they won't be very happy with this last half. Two penalty tries. Mio will kick that ball out. And ball bounces, no one wants it. Bounces in and then eventually bounces out.
Take your time, Black.
So Wallace.
If your bench touches the ball that could have gone quick again, it's going to be, if your bench touches the ball deliberately like that again, it'll be another penalty. Yep, yellow card is on.
So Wallace is back on. Just here there, the Devonport players coming out of their little box and touching the ball when it could have been a line out, quick line out throw to Glenorchy. Ball over the back. Okay, Glenorchy. Ball goes wide to Searle. He straightens up and finds a nice gap. Curtis can't take him. Mio doesn't hold him either. Glenorchy just need to be quicker at this ruck. Counter ruck from Devonport's been pretty good. Williams takes it in, ball's ripped out.
Accidentally high. Accidentally high. It's accidentally.
So high tackle on Williams. Must have been a slip up. Will we see it? Quick tap happens, there it was. Shea Hart now with the ball in one hand. Can't find anywhere to go. And Glenorchy set with a little pod of 3. But now Fahu, who's been really good all day, just runs away from his support a little bit. And he's got to get to ground. Finally does. Hart finds Hart. Shea looks inside. And his brother's there too. So they're everywhere, these Hart boys. Looks like we've got another penalty.
Tackle without the ball. Playing advantage.
Advantage. Cluck now. Hangs onto it. Flicks over the back there to Robbie Lovell, and he's over in the far corner. So patience to Glenorchy. Good play by Sam Cluck there. It's where they've just struggled a little bit, is taking the ball to the line. Yeah, just seeing back in the background there, the Glenorchy player being tackled without the ball. But Sammy Cluck out here hangs onto the ball, just pumps it a couple of times, and that draws the attackers onto him. If he had passed it earlier, Allen would have got out there. See, Allen just had to Allen stopped and propped then, and Lovell was on the outside. Great work from Sam Cluck. 19 to 29. There must be 4 or 5 minutes to play.
It is freezing.
So first actual conversion attempt from Pty Ltd today. The previous 2 tries have been penalty tries. Nice looking strike, but no good. So we'll stay at 10 points the difference. Probably a safe margin for Devonport. But who knows exactly how long there is to go. Maybe we'll hear a word.
You're up by 10. 10 to go.
10 to go. It's going to make for a long half. There's been a lot of stoppages, and Burton's just had a few stoppages of a minute or 2 here and there just to allow the teams to settle. So he says 10 minutes to play.
Backwards off green.
Oh, well taken in the air there by Churchill. And Devonport now just need to steady. There's 10 points with 10 minutes to go. Is actually far from unassailable. Curtis now just standing a little bit still there, but not taken to ground by Hart. Eventually gets to the dirt. Cluck gets up, who's offside there. With a smart tackle away from the cricket pitch.
Captain. No. You've got 2 penalties there. You've got this one or the offside. Offside is here. Offside. Number 8, you're up by 10.
Decision, they're going to take the shot. Yep. Take the points, make it 13. 2 converted tries would still be enough to win it though. And he has his radars not been working really well today, Mio, so.
10 minutes. It took us 10 minutes to play 4 minutes there for a while. Sorry? You've just gone past 30 minutes. 33 minutes.
So 7 to go. So Glenorchy with all their points this half. 3 tries, 2 of them penalty tries, and Devonport have only been able to put 1 try on, which was the very first play of the half. And the kick's no good. Neither of the pieces of fabric carried by the assistant referees are waving in the air.
Find the kicker, Black.
So what have Glenorchy got from here? Hart just having a look around. Trying to work out where the best, and there's a big spread. So Devonport have got the field really well covered. That's a great long kick from Hart. Well back into the hands of Tavalagi though. And he's taken it and he's got a little bit of space. No one chasing. Cluck has a crack at him and the pass is good and finds Crawford. Although Matthew Young now has come onto the field. Can't take that ball. Nearly steals it back though. And messy play. Glenorchy will have the scrum. 6 minutes to go. Not sure what the waving finger means.
No, no.
1 minute for the yellow card. Be who's that? Mackenzie Cooper.
6 minutes to go.
6 minutes to
Long
play.
game, we're winning a long time. Let's play 6 minutes of quality rugby. Heads up, let's go.
Have they got 6 minutes of quality rugby in them? We'll see. It's been a long game. It's getting dark.
Set!
And the ball goes in and one. So, oh, some ball waving, but oh, high contact there on Searle. And the kick goes down. It's been successful for them, but not these deep ones. Nice tackle in the end there. Hayes running onto it. Oh, no! Clark can't take it. Has Smith got the legs? No, he doesn't. And the flick back there was almost intercepted, but fell into the hands of Mark Mio. And he scores. Need to go back and have a look at the build-up on this one. Comes all the way back to this run from Tavalagi. Nice little pop there. Nipper Hayes just hangs onto it. And look, the flick back.
Sorry.
It wasn't Cluck, it was Skrepatos who couldn't hang onto it there. And it fell over his head and into the hands of Mio. And Smith did a great job to chase him, but not strong enough. And the smile there on the face of Mark Mio. And a good pat for the good effort. Devonport finally able to get down to this end of the field, and another score around the outside. Cook's kick's going to go to the left. Just a few minutes to play now, maybe 3 minutes left. 5. It's getting longer and longer. I suppose when we think about it, we just sat there and waited for a minute and a half on the clock as well. So another slow break in play between the try being scored and us getting back to this kick return.
When you're ready, kicker.
Yeah, that's right. That's minute and a half. I thought, yeah, would have been counted as time there. So. Anyway, we had 6 minutes before, and now we've got 5. Oh, look, here they go. Tavalagi can't stand up. Can't find Wallace. Curtis drops it.
Playing advantage, lost forward.
Smith, I think, bounced off his leg. Matthew Young comes over with his hands out, but can't take it, and Robbie Lovell comes and gets the ball. So Glenorchy will throw it out to the middle of the field. Oops, Theo Hart drops it. Decide to come back for the for the first knock on to Devonport.
Sorry, lost forward this way. Whew. Thank you.
So we've got a couple of final scores from the other matches. Emus 38. In a close one, just beat Hobart Lions 29. Launceston 54, Uni 5, so able to get 5 points on the board at least, Uni up there. And match at Rugby Park, Taroona 24, defeating Harlequins 10. And we have our current score here, 34-19, with about an unknown amount of minutes to go. Maybe 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes. And Glenorchy take the ball in. Nice wide ball there. Searle could get around the outside here. Pass doesn't find Skrepatos though. He's just running too far away, and he had the space out there. Stevens had him covered, I think.
No advantage, Green.
Skrepatos, he's had no luck today. Not a lot of involvement. He's had a few drop balls. There was plenty of space out there, though. It was a good option to go wide. I think Searle really could have held onto that ball for a little bit longer there and may have had the opportunity, bit better opportunity to put Skreptos into some space.
Back still, love knocking these balls on.
I think Skreptos possibly finding it difficult to keep up with Searle as well because he's a fast runner and he injected himself into that line with some pace.
Crouch! 6. Bind! Set!
I don't know if you can hear that, but welcome to Glenorchy. Someone doing some burnouts on the road behind us. Wallace takes it, goes wide over the head of Mio, but Tavalagi's out there and he's got Allen outside him. Oh, nearly he's lost it in contact there. He didn't drop the ball to the ground, but the ball came off him and I think and made contact with Kent Williams, who was in front of him, and then bounced back into his hand. So just another stoppage here, slow things down.
If there's time, the backs will always knock it on.
Interesting to see that the clock stopped at 50 minutes. That's all it's got. We'll start it again.
Proper good scrum.
Save any confusion, we're pushing close now to full time. Maybe a minute to go. Clock on the screen shows 0 minutes and 18 seconds, but you can add 50 to the start of that. It's been a long second half.
Bind! Set!
Glenorchy scrum's been really solid today. Really good. Oh, Smith can't hang on to it.
Advantage, lost forward.
And Devonport will take the ball. Dean Wallace just held onto by the bootlaces.
Advantage over!
And Devonport will run it up the middle of the field. Good contact in there by the defenders from Glenorchy. Shay Hart making a good tackle on Nipper Hayes. O'Keefe, he loves to run into contact like this, but he's now hits the second wave of tacklers and they slow him right down. Ball now goes wide to the left. Curtis. Wallace. Nice ball. Oh, Mio with the wraparound, but can't find Allen. And finally, after an epic marathon run in the second half there, we see the referee blow the final whistle. And that's full time with a not overly convincing win to Devonport, but they maintained composure towards the end there and ran out 34-19 winners over a valiant Glenorchy out here at Eady Street. So as the sun starts to set behind the mountain, that wraps up the final scores for all of our round 10 in the Tasmanian Rugby Union. And we'll see you guys next week from wherever we may roam.